Since I'm going to offer you a trip, I will kindly ask you to stand up. And then let's stretch a bit and get ready for the trip. So it's the time for yawning, getting ready for the trip. And now, please, I will ask you to change the chair that you've been sitting in. It can be the next one, but just not exactly the same. Okay, so where are we going? And why did I ask you to move? Because I realized and I confirmed once again that different places bring different inputs. I was lucky enough to be these last 3 months living here in Johannesburg. Does anyone know where Johannesburg is? South Africa, yes, in South Africa. And what was I doing there? Well, I thought that I was going to work in a hospital. But suddenly my university said, no, the hospital project won't happen anymore. You have to lead a project on video making and gender equality. And this is how the first project on kind of video making and gender equality of the Outreach Foundation happened. Its name was Stories of Hillbrow. Hillbrow is the neighborhood where we were working. And it was a partnership between Outreach Foundation and the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama. My colleague Katie Yeo and me were in charge of leading this project, Stories of Hillbrow. And basically what we did was go in there, getting to know all the projects that are compiled inside Outreach Foundation. And get to work with the community themselves. Inside the Outreach Foundation, there are different projects, including drama groups, marimba playing, sewing, drawing. So we had people from all the different projects in Outreach Foundation coming to work with us to create videos about inspiring women of the community. Now, why then am I talking about this when my speech is called Life is Collaboration? Well, basically because we had to agree in a group of 15 people. Michaela Kolbe and Margaret Watts says that decision making is very complex. And that we have to be very explicit. It's not that we will facilitate the decision-making process in a kind of subtle way. We have to be explicit. So, my colleague and me from the first moment said, okay, we are 15 people here, we are reaching the 15 a decision. It's not that we are leading this, we are all together in this.
Já a má kolegyně od první chvíle jsme si řekli, že jsme v podstatě v tom všichni spolu.
That including deciding which stories we were filming, how we were filming them, even the clothes that people were wearing.
To znamenalo, to se týkalo i toho, jaké příběhy vlastně natočíme, co se jdeme na sebe a všechno kolem toho.
And that took a while.
A to trvalo pěkně dlouho.
Because at some point I was very tempted to say, okay, whatever, we do it this way and let's do it.
Protože kolikrát jsem byl pokoušen, abych řekl, kašleme na to, uděláme to takhle a tohle to.
But then I realized that I was so worried because I was thinking that the result of the project was the video itself.
Ale pak jsem si uvědomil, že jsem se celou dobu strachoval o to, že výsledkem projektu je samotné video.
But the real result of the project wasn't the video, wasn't the process of making the video.
Ale opravdovým výsledkem nebylo to samotné video, ale byl to ten proces, jak to video vznikalo.
I realized that what was important is how we were filming, not exactly the final filmed product.
Uvědomil jsem si, že to, na čem opravdu záleželo, bylo, jak jsme točili, a ne jak vypadal finální produkt.
So yes, it might take a little bit more time, but actually it's totally worth it.
Ano, rozhodování ve skupině může trvat delší dobu, ale úplně to stojí.
Because in that way, the 15 members felt that actually this was our project, that it was meaningful for everyone in the group.
Protože tímto způsobem se všichni členové našeho týmu cítili, jako že ten projekt je jejich a cítili se stejně zastoupení.
And of course, collaboration is not always easy, and there are a lot of agreements and disagreements in the process and in the group.
Samozřejmě spolupráce není vůbec jednoduchá, je hodně shod a především neshod ve skupině.
But what is important is that we are creating something together, not something for someone or something kind of from outside and sharing it. It was coming from the community themselves.
To, na čem záleží, je, že to děláme všichni spolu, neděláme to pro někoho, neděláme to kvůli nějakým vnějším vlivům, ale pochází to všechno od nás.
Now, the second aspect of this collaboration process was what I called horizontal leadership.
Druhým aspektem toho, jakým způsobem jsme tvořili, ten nazývám horizontálním vedením.
A lot of academics and scholars have written about this, but basically horizontal leadership talks about one person, one boat.
Hodně akademiků o tomto mluví, ale dá se to vysvětlit tak, že jeden vedoucí a jedna loď.
And how we execute that is that every boat counts the same. There are no more important or less important boats.
A způsob, jak to provedeme, je ten, že každá loď je stejně důležitá. Není jedna loď důležitější a druhá méně.
How we also applied was that some sessions I will facilitate, some sessions my colleague, but other sessions will be facilitated by any of the other 13 members in the team.
Vlastně jsme se rozhodli, že některé sezení budu facilitovat já, jiné sezení bude vést někdo jiný, ale důležité je, že bude vždycky vést někdo. A všechny hlasy budou stejně slyšet.
And once again, it requires a lot of patience, because what is easier is just come with a plan and let's execute it.
A znovu samozřejmě tohle vyžaduje větší trpělivost, ale důležité je mít plán a říct, co půjde.
But what about when the group has to come together and find a system or how they function together?
A co takhle, když skupina musí společně se shodnout na nějakém plánu, který pak podle kterého se musí řídit?
Well, did take some time, and we ended up having some disagreements on some shots, for example.
Ano, trvalo to a samozřejmě jsme měli neshody ohledně některých záběrů.
But at the end, we all realized, once again, it doesn't really matter if the shot is not perfect, as far as, you know, it's decided between all of us.
Ale nakonec jsme si opět uvědomili, že vůbec nejde o to, jestli je ten záběr perfektní, ale o to, že jsme se na tom všichni shodli spolu.
At the end, we finished with 5 videos in 2 months.
Nakonec jsme měli 5 videí za 2 měsíce.
Celebrating that all ideas were included and the 15 members were feeling ownership on the final videos.
Oslavovali jsme fakt, že všichni se podíleli na všech videích a že všichni se cítili jako autoři těchto videí.
And sometimes my colleague and me are reflecting, well, maybe we could have created more than 5.
Někdy si s kolegyní říkáme, že jsme možná mohli vytvořit víc než 5 videí.
But then we realized that even if it's 1, 5, or 20, it's ours. It's what we created with the reality that we had in the team.
Ale pak si uvědomíme, že jedno, jestli to bylo 1, 5 nebo 20, je to to, co jsme udělali s těmi reáliemi, které jsme měli v týmu.
I kindly invite you to talk to me later about gender equality, video making, or this amazing experience that I had.
Rád si s vámi poté popovídám o dělání videí, o genderové nerovnosti nebo o čemkoliv jiném.
And I'm very grateful to you for coming with me in this trip to South Africa.
A jsem vám moc vděčný, že jste mě doprovázeli na tomto výletu po Jižní Africe.
2 years ago, when I came here for the first time, Andrea told me one African proverb.
Když jsem před 2 lety tady byl poprvé, Andrea mi pověděla jedno africké přísloví.
And I found it beautiful and I understood it from here, but actually it took me this trip to understand it from here.
Tehdy jsem ho pochopil a líbil se mi, ale pochopil jsem ho hlavou a trvalo mi 2 roky a především musel jsem jít na tenhle výlet, abych pochopil ho celým tělem a srdcem.
They always say, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go further, let's go together.
Pokud chceš jít rychle, běž sám, pokud chceš jít daleko, běž doprovázet.
I like to think that the result actually is the process, and what matters is the collaboration.
Já věřím, že tím výsledkem je právě ten samotný proces a to, na čem záleží, je spolupráce.
So let's stop, have some patience, and listen to each other, because maybe in some words we can find some inspirational sparks.
Takže se zastavme a buďme trpěliví a zamysleme se, protože je možné, že v některých z těch slov, které kolem nás lítají, můžou být nějaké inspirativní jiskry.
If a video is not technically perfect, does it really matter? Or what matters is the connection and the exchange between human beings.
Pokud video není dokonalé, je to opravdu to, na čem záleží, nebo je důležitější lidské spojení a mezi dvěma bytostmi?
I'm still wondering, but I'm very grateful with South Africa because of this amazing input I got.
Odpověď na to stále neznám, ale jsem vděčný za to, co jsem mohl prožít v Jižní Africe.
Thank you, Michal. Muchas gracias. Děkujem. Thank you.